outside on the market in the 40s and had money and nothing to buy. Let me tell you about my household at the beginning of the day. My folks would rise about 5 in the morning and started filing the cook stove with small pieces of wood and then with old newspapers, and as far in case they add larger pieces of it to it. Until the stove was hot enough to cook on. Copper that was so wild up my hand, pumping the kitchen place on the stove to percolate. While a flat metal plate was put on the stove for frying eggs or pancakes, whatever I had. Well, this one I'm ordering all upstairs and waking us. When the weather was rushed down the dressing into wood stove, he's up here, it's so cold. We often wore socks to bed to touch our feet and a couple of several blankets, even coats to keep us warm. There's no central heat. Just the aforementioned stove was usually went out at night along the house to get cold. We burned wood because it was 2 hours a load and coal was 12 hours a ton, which is tragic. In those early years, we walked to school about a mile away, which is now held by some days Methodist Church. And we walked up there. I was in the first grade there. Each grade had a row. I was in the first grade. I was top one in the first grade because I was the only one there. And, but the interesting thing is that the 2 kids would run across the road with a pail, get a pail of water from the cow farm, bring it back, sit on the shelf, and we had a dipper. Everybody drank out of the same dipper all day long. We didn't know any of that back then. It was friendly poor. Most people were back in the 30s, especially. Laundry day was washed, I would call wash day, it was usually on Monday. And my mother put this big tub of water on the stove and heated it up, and she used the plunger to wash the clothes. The plunger was looking back, I was a toilet plunger. Well, we finally got a stand-up washroom, but I had to, every call had the ringers in them. You gotta get your arm caught in it. Well, I also mentioned we didn't have the inside plumbing. We had a small building out back called the outhouse, which was stinky in the summer and cold in the winter. We didn't sit and read the newspaper like today. We were trying to clear reading like different. Well, taking a bath now was something different. We had no bathtub and no shower, except for special occasions. Baths we used to take it on a Saturday night. And the same clothes on with the place on the kitchen floor, water's heated on the stove before in the tub. The oldest kid got in first and worked her way down. The last kid was a walk on water. As mentioned, the life was not exactly easy during the Great Depression and the war years, the 30s and 40s. We didn't realize it because we didn't know that much. We had many modern convenience models for the time than antique today. Our phones were usually wall mounted. We had a tracker turned. And the only number I remember was Gerald. Gerald here? Yeah, over here. 1F2, right, Gerald? The mill?
Right here.
Yeah, oh, yeah. 1F2 at the mill, right? One number?
I'm sorry. Phone number 1F2. Phone number at 1F.
We were supposed we didn't have a phone in our house. Electricity was somehow, well, actually, Gerald tells me that in 1926, when Dad came up the hill and bought the female out of it, that he had a generator in the sawmill run by a water wheel. That's how the only electric in the area was zero electric right there. Right, Joe? He came straight and saying wrong tonight. Electricity back then was kind of weak, it was 16 amp, I guess it was. It was kind of weak and went out. We didn't have too much, didn't have freezers and stuff like that. We had a refrigerator or icebox. Every so often the iceman come by and put a new block of ice into it, and that's what kept our food cold. We had no computers, no TV, no nothing like that back in those days. So we had to make our own entertainment. And the thing is, in Catatonk, it's like one big family. You go anywhere you want to go. If you had a hill behind your house, kids are probably riding down that hill in the wintertime. If you had a pond, to play ice skating on it. If you had a creek run through, to play swimming in it. And We did a lot of that over there. The interesting thing is, today you walk across someone's land, you might call a cop. Down there, we walked across this guy's land to get to a swimming pool. We had to climb under a fence to do it. He didn't think that was right, so he put a gate in the fence to get out too easy. Didn't have to today. Catatonk was an interesting place at one time. They had blacksmith shop, 2 grocery stores, 2 tennis stores, post office, railroad station. Right, Joe? What's that? Yeah, I told that if you guys want that. That's a radio, that's a blacksmith station in Catatonk. The other one from the Legal Ithaca. I went it several times. She wanted to get on the train, she ordered about the red flag and flag the train down. And it cost me a dime to get a wiggle, I think. Down in the quarter, it was real strong. But things were back there were different, you know. We'd leave the house in the morning, we'd be gone all day. I can't promise didn't know where it was. I remember where they were, stuff like that, you know. Be happy. Am I talking too fast? No problem. That seemed like Saturday was noon to movie time. We used to go out and leave a movie theater. They cost 10 cents to get into the day and 15 cents a night. Wow. Yeah, I told you before, this Catatonk had a limited but acceptable social life. The community hall was the center of the area. It was, they held at Christmas time, there was Christmas pageants going on there. Halloween, we had Halloween night to keep the Addison boys off the road from doing any damage. We used to play basketball in there and dances about every Saturday night. And I met my wife there. And danced, introduced a friend, introduced us, and I chased her. She chased me and I caught her. It was a great days. Catatonk was a great place to be born and raised. And I'm not trying to worry about so long, but one of the last stages of the town was Gerald and Martha Hombeck. We worked for them all our life. We used to just up and on. I don't think it was necessary, but they paid us anyway. Started out sweeping the floor just a young kid, went to alternate school and then after school. And it was a great time. But during World War II, an interesting thing happened. We had a air 1 and an air 7 in Catatonk. And when that sign went off, you're supposed to turn all your lights off, which we did. And I didn't pay the bills, and then he shut them off anyway. It was interesting. And I couldn't think of a better place to be raised in Catatonk. We used to swim in the mill race there. If I'm right, Gerald, the only electric in Catatonk was the yours, right, when you first came here? Yeah, water wheel to a generator. That's right, yeah. No electric then, yeah, was in the mill. In the song I had a water wheel there, they pumped in there, generator up to it. And he had the strangest welding rod I've ever seen. The 2 posts like that. You move the other up. Don't tell me how it's done.
The lightning rod. Lightning rod.
That's how you increase and decrease the power. And he did a lot of welding after World War II, and before that was mostly a level tire off, steel tire vehicles. And he did a lot of changing of wheels to level tires. Oh. In the 30s, first life was low key. Sundays were pre-planned. It was church in the morning, when some baseball in the afternoon. Very small, every small hamlet and village had a baseball team, including Kansas. There's some great names on it. But the Kansas team was a big one. He did. They had John Robinson, Bruce Fresman, Bob Brown, Steve Taggart, and many others. And then along came 2 cotton boys, Ed Winnick and Joe Sam Sosky. They brought fame to the Kansas high school baseball team. We could have played full with Sam. Ed went on to be a veterinarian, and Sam stayed on the farm. All the work and play had good education. Mine began in a one-room schoolhouse located about a mile and up from not the Catatonk. As I said before, I was top one in my first grade class. Had a wood stove. It was kind of crude, but we didn't know it back then. It was all wild looking back then. So I think it's difficult for kids, young people today to understand life in the 30s. The Great Depression, where nobody had any money. But you know, really, one thing I did have, we had hobos. I didn't have the railroad branch and Wiggly Escott. We had hobos on that. Now, we were the poorest family in town. They always stopped at our house to get something to eat. I don't know how they do that. One time I could see about 7 or 8 on the railroad track. My mother making a sandwich, nothing to do, she made a sandwich. They enjoyed them. I wouldn't eat them. And like I say, Canada had one had its own post office, railroad station, tannery, blacksmith shop, stores, gas stations, hotel, or actually boating house, steam mill, sawmill, milk station. Milk station was up just above the Baptist church on across the road. It was torn down in 1939. That was Joe Kerner had fathers took them up to the plaza. We didn't know any different. We lived, things were tough, but we didn't know any different back then. Nobody had any money. Our savior was Joe Humber. We worked for them all through school, even after school. Okay, before I'm going to tell you in the 40s, one of today's newspapers, it talks about you shouldn't eat any raw milk, no eggs, no fried bacon, and so forth. We didn't know different back then. We drank, everyone in Catatonk drank raw milk. Okay, that's from the farm. We eat that thing out of milk every day and boil it down. I can remember this. I had a guy from Canada called Jimmy Luciano. Old Jimmy. He would come out with an open truck with beef hanging down and all kinds of meat and sold to the house down the road. They'd go mad if he come to it. Back then he go live with it. He was a great guy. He'd go to football games. He'd go out here and holler, we got him a beat. We might be behind 30 points, but we got him a beat. He's a good guy. You guys remember him, do you?
Yeah.
See Annie.
Then the war came along. Things changed fast. Like I said, we had an elderly sign, elderly warden. I don't know why, but it says something about they could follow the lights to bigger cities. But gas was rationed back then. It was 3 gallons a week for the average person, 5 gallons for the farmer, and so forth. Everything was rationed. You couldn't drive to the gas station, filled up, right? So many gallons a week. They had a sticker by the windshield, A, B, C, sticker on the windshield, told you what it was. A gets so many gallons, B, I think it was the C. Coffee, sugar was rationed back then. We had a lot of kids in Catatonk. We had a lot of things in there. That was one of them, but until
They do?
A kid in Catatonk. You were a kid.
That was a kid.
thing is, because it was a friendly town, it was almost like a family. The whole area was like a family. Nobody paid. You walked across the lawn, they didn't say anything. She had a house, I held behind the house, they thought we were going downhill on it in the winter time. Skate on the pond, so one there. It's a whole lot different today. Back then it was very easy. Tell you the story, back in the 40s, my brothers and I each got a car, an old car, cut the body off and Tony up down with egg crate or critter crate and the steering wheel and yeah, we drive around. We went down by the back of the county office building, or county garage. We raced around there. We got playing cops and robbers. And one day my brother Bob was riding with this other guy who was driving, and a couple other guys that we had making big shooting back, one bunch looked back and we got to waving at him. To wave back. Also, down there comes the driver running out of the field. He got knocked off his car. Another time I got to tell you, this is my fault. We were on a motorcycle in Waco, and my dad told it for his Catatonk, the stolen Catatonk, and he's on a motorcycle man. Had a cycle. I said, let me take it home this way. You can't drive, I can drive any you, bud. So I got on a motorcycle, my brother Bud got in the car, sidecar. Went about 200 yards and lost control over the ankle went. I jumped off. He goes, he was right, couldn't he? I was a sucker too. And there was also that famous pool table of the men's family. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You're always like, you know, I gathered on there. I can tell you some of the people who lived there at that time. It was, of course, Nevin Floyd Manger and Winnie Allen, and let's see, the Nichols family was there for a while. And
Tough family.
Top family was there, yeah, Top family. Yeah. It was a great place to live. We had good times, didn't we, Winnie?
Yeah.
We didn't hurt anything, we just didn't, it was just a lot of fun. You could go anywhere you wanted to go. We used to play ball down on the, it was a big lawn somewhere now, the county garage for police cars and things. That was all the lawn. We used to play football then, softball, basketball, or softball, all kinds of stuff there. There was a big trestle going over top of the thing where they bring cold. We used to go up there and play. Nobody bothered us back then. They did a lot of mine. I can't think of an awful lot more to say except that you gotta tell how Bill Hambeck helped us through the years. Any questions?
Every kid in Catatonk, I think, worked at the.
Every kid worked at it. Every kid.
That movie theater you went to in Owego, is that the one that's there now?
I saw back in Catatonk.
Oh, there was one in Catatonk.
Why didn't I talk about that? Joe, he came down in 1926, right?
Right.
He sold a farm on Eckler Road, go down about the mill. This rolling house then, like.
Was it a boarding house?
Yeah, no. For the tannery.
Yeah, okay. Well, the tannery was there too. And a sawmill. And they had, the electric in the whole area was what they had from the generator, right? Any questions?
He and Jane rode in the only convertible around.
Oh, yeah, he had a convertible.
He had to
didn't
have a convertible.
he? Yeah.
That was your first car, first new car?
You went to the 1939 State Fair, remember that? Oh, I remember that.
This is off the subject, but there's supposed to be a paper passed around for people to sign just back on a road and get that.
Yeah,
We'll
it
get you.
kind of disappeared here.
We'll get you.
Pardon?
I got it.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Oh, because I haven't signed it yet either.
No, I'm in the back row.
And Hollenbeck's is also where we got the material for our new skirts. Yes. And dresses and.
Oh, yeah, feedback.
Oh, you haven't signed it.
Oh, you got over that.
I'll take it back. Oh,
Just put his
Our
name down.
parents
Just
would
put
let
his
us
name
go
down.
over and for nickel.
said the back row
we
didn't get it.
We got our own skirt.
My dad used to buy feed there in those bags, and we would be able to go over and pick out the feed according to the color of the bag.
Yeah, I forgot about those feedback, yeah.
And, yeah, they made a lot of curtains, they made a lot of.
Dick, how many trains a day were there up and back?
At one time I went, way back, was about 14. My days, one up, one back. Well, one passenger train, and then one freight train.
And they'd always let us go on. They would always let us go on.
Before that was, yeah, before that.
Oh, well, actually, let me come.
Well, another thing, I gotta tell you another thing too. Maurice has found out, Catatonk wasn't all honest. Down below, We're out Pebble Hill Park, Trailer Park. I found a plow one day, and I'll say, plus a bag. Dug into his car, took $half bill, $half coin.
No.
And, the same token, the down next farm, down South Anderson Farm, he was telling a petition now, he found one something too. Nobody knew what it was.
We've lost people here.
We had
We've lost people here.
the back of our house, and they had a clay bank.
Yeah,
And Doris Hollenbeck came over, my age, and neither one of us could swim. Well, she went off the wrong side of the clay bank into the deep water. Well, there's nothing I could do. I couldn't swim. I just yelled and screamed. And my dad, who was up in the barn quite a ways away, came running down, jumped the fences, jumped in the water, and the first thing I said was, "Dad, you didn't take your boots off."
I remember that clay bank was down there in the next.
Yeah, down by it was a beautiful pool, yeah, but you had to
Yeah.
be able to swim in the deep end, yeah.
Yeah,
Dick, where was the train station?
right in front of the mill.
Yeah, Cebu, right? But that's a good place to have it.
The post office is there too.
Actually, I have kind of a funny story. We moved up from New Jersey, and my dad was being a subsistence farmer as much as he could, because he went through the ag program in Patterson, New Jersey High School, which tells you how long ago that was. But anyway, all of a sudden the phone rings, and it's Art Hollenbeck, and he says to my mom, he says, "Do you have any stewing chickens?" And Mom says, "Well, yeah, I think so. Why?" He says, "Can I have a couple? Can you bring them down?" My mom says, "Sure." So she goes down, and he says, she says, "Here's the chickens. Oh, live or dead?" He says, "You can bring them alive. We don't care." So she brought them down alive, and my mom says, "Here's the chickens." He says, wait, don't go." He says, "I have something for you." He says, "Come on, we'll go down and pick corn." And I think if I remember correctly from what she told me, because I was a little young to remember, they grew the corn near the creek. So it was like the best corn that ever walked the earth. He gave her two 100-pound feed bags of corn for those 2 chickens. Wow. So my mother took it home, stripped it, froze it, canned it, did blah, blah, blah. And she thought she got the better end of the deal, which I think she did. But you know, I mean, but that was.
And you haven't lived until you clean one of your Outback chicken coops.
Hey, Dick, you forgot about the corn husking bees
Oh, yes. Yeah.
up at
Ken Wolf's.
Ken Wolf's.
Yeah.
And
They had the footbridge.
Footbridge tree across
Yeah,
from
going across.
behind the.
but if you had a red ear, was it? You hung the corn, and if you got a red ear, you got to kiss.
Yeah, you gotta kiss somebody. Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah, there was a footbridge down behind the kind of barns, kind of garage. And we got used to it. When he had a guy
It
close.
just wobbled back and forth.
Well, he told us that story, will you?
Don't laugh, tell the story.
Well, I had this fellow from the Baptist church in Owego who,
You're sweet on you, let's say that.
so he rode his bike all the way up to Catatonk to come visit me. And the whole gang of boys Catatonk was a lot of boys, right? You and I, a lot of boys. So anyways, we were all going down to where the bridge was, and we were going to the swimming hole down there. And so this fella thought he could show off in front of us, and so he was going to show us how to walk that bridge. We knew how to walk that bridge. We'd done it a lot. And so he started across the bridge to show us how to do it, and he fell in, and he never came back again. and the Catatonk boys didn't like him anyways, and they didn't want him, you know. And so what they said to him was, "Boy, the old drunk that lives on the other side can carry a 6-pack across that, and he doesn't fall in." So,
The bridge is way when you walk across.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it did. It was a second bridge.
That was almost as bad as that apparatus they had going from the cars, railroad car into the mill.
Oh, yeah.
Wheeling that.
That's how I used to unload feed
We
down
don't
the middle
know
there.
feed bags.
Yeah. They had three 12-foot planks.
Yeah.
4-foot planks. And they put feet on that every day. If you
Yeah.
stop, you jump off, you get too fast. You did a lot of that doing college.
Yeah.
And believe us, we used to do our sled riding and our skiing right down that hill that was next to the Catatonk
Oh, yeah.
Community Hall, right into the road, back
Back when, huh?
when, yes, we would do.
Doris and Bev had heard stories that Carly Capel had money underneath his mattress. You know, Carly was a bachelor most of his life, and so they went up there, snuck up there, and decided to go through the house and see if they could find, you know, his treasure. Now he also had like a 1903 Oldsmobile or a car. When we deliver feed, you know, we'd have to always see that. But in the process of them doing that, why Carly drove up, you know, and came home, and the girls ran out
Out the window.
waited till got a good moment to get on their bikes.
You get on Dave Dentz's gas station.
With no money.
No money.
You got Dave
All
Dentz's gas
alive.
station.
But he also raised a calf.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did that.
He raised a calf upstairs in the house and then couldn't get it out.
and then got somebody couldn't get it out.
He get on Dave Dentz's gas station, buy a cupcake or something, take a bite, and like it's in the back seat. He had so many rats with mice in that back seat.
Oh.
No, did you buy his property up there or something? What your family?
You what?
Grandson bought it. Grandson bought it.
Son bought it.
Yeah, Pat.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a son too. What was it?
Who?
Carly Cape.
No.
No, not Carly Cape.
Brother, I mean. Brother.
Oh, I don't know.
What, are we holding off about?
Well,
Well,
one little
there's-
thing about Catatonk, back when the Indians came through, for the first time, this one Indian boy throws this big stone out into the Catatonk Creek.
Yeah.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard
Dad
that.
told me that one,
Yeah.
yeah.
It goes Catatonk?
Yes.
That's how they got Catatonk.
I heard you told me that.
Oh, really? Oh dear, I thought it was good. But you know, Owego was the same, you know, when the,
Oh, yeah.
and Appalachian had that, you know.
Those stories are older than you are.
Okay, sorry. Somebody laughed.
Any questions, anything you want to comment on?
I'm just surprised to hear that Catatonk had so many businesses and things.
It
It
did,
was
over the years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it had an egg, I
The
don't know about an
blacksmith
egg
shop was in
farm.
my dad's backyard. I was side yard. I didn't know
When
that.
did Ed Crawford open the store there?
Egg farm, yeah. First was Frank Top, and then Benjamin, and then Clark.
When did Provics open their store?
Hey, all you guys know, just Papa Bubble just died.
Yeah,
He was a priest, yeah.
yeah.
I haven't seen him in years.
A long time ago.
I haven't seen him in years.
I worked in Ed Provick's store after school nights, and I dipped ice cream. One of my friends come in, I dipped him a big gift. Yeah. And Ed caught on to it and fired me.
You know, that was once a bar?
Yes,
And it had dog fights in the basement.
And remember Bob Hollenbeck sat at the top on a rocking chair on Halloween?
Oh, yeah.
Was rocking on top of the roof of the...
Yeah,
The moonshine, and there's Bob rocking in his rocking chair up there. I don't know how he even got it up there.
And we held Joe Osaski's, when he came home from the war, and they held his coming home party in Krovitz's store.
Oh, yeah?
And I played the accordion for it. And,
I remember that one.
yeah, and they all wanted polkas, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That was big back then, polka.
Oh, yeah.
I like the polka, I don't like song dance.
There were two things I remember. One, if you went to Holmbeck's feed mill, Gerald knew where everything was.
Everything,
It
everything.
might have been there for 15 years, but he knew exactly where it was. And Krawick Store, well, I don't know how they ever knew what anything was.
And it was amazing how they pushed everything back for that party. Yeah, exactly.
It was a great place, Catatonk.
Oh, Catatonk was a great place.
was a great
Great
place.
Any other stories?
I don't have a story. I did write a little booklet because there's an island in Catatonk Valley.
Yeah, but I used to call the island Bubby Days God.
Well, the Red Bridge was up here, then the bridge to Hollenbeck was down here.
Yeah.
And we lived right in the middle of it.
Oh.
And we're the only ones that lived on the island.
We used to jump off the top of that bridge over here. Today, you can walk across with 100 feet.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, the water's going down.
And they did cut ice.
We cut ice there too.
Yeah,
Yes, we
I
did.
remember cutting ice up at the,
Hey, I went with your dad to it.
yeah,
They used to cut ice for the creamery.
yeah.
Did they?
And section across the railroad that took out from the train company.
Did I give you a picture?
About the island.
Maybe
Second
someone
part's
that
my
donated to
other
it. Can you use it? Picture of the old Catatonk railroad station.
Yeah,
See this old place? You have use for it?
sure,
Thank you.
sure.
One thing, I got a chance to, our granddaughter-in-law was a Louisiana. So I got a chance one time to talk to her about her grandpa. You know, and when he went to the ball games, he was real jovial and outgoing and everything. But she said he was brutally tough on his kids, making them work. You know, they had a slaughterhouse. And he'd have them out there working all the time and keeping right after. You know, he had these big rugged
Oh, yeah.
boys. Joe was big and
They always wear a heavy coat too.
yeah.
They sold a lot of meat down through there though.
And
That's where everybody's so high.
Still there?
First thing I
still there,
remember
but our
about our
house
house
is-
back
Yeah.
here were those
Yeah.
bib overalls.
Always
Always
had
had those bib overalls
Yeah.
on, you know?
Yep.
And I think the only time I ever saw him is when I went to see him a couple of days before he died. And he was amazingly fluent.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think he was gonna live a lot longer.
He's a great guy.
He was wonderful, you know, he was at peace with himself. And Gene Heck brought up, he did so much work in the Germany Hill Methodist Church. You know, when she went through her history, if you look at her books, he's mentioned in there several
Is
times.
he?
In a lot of the,
One question, when did they turn it from Germany Hill to Catatonk Hill?
Remember the dinners we had in the hall up there in
Oh,
Germany
yeah.
Hill?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was always Germany Hill, Hill, 96 up to.
you know, like,
You had a sawmill
Oh, yeah, yeah. That is,
right across from your house.
yeah. Some Scottish Sanders.
Yeah, that's right.
Used to ride downhill that place with that song.
Yeah.
Remember the time, Floyd, I remember you had a wagon, my grandpa gave me that buggy to ride. He wouldn't ride with me, so down the hill we go. Got down the bottom hill, rock and roll like that. Looked up and missed his mother. What boys? Remember that, dear?
Yeah. I remember that your family wouldn't eat the giblets, you know? Wouldn't eat it whenever you had a chicken, you know, or something, they'd never eat the giblets.
No, yeah, never give
No. And I'd always come around to the back door, you know, and your mother bring them out.
Oh, dear.
A lot of fun down Catatonk.
Yeah, it was a great place.
And once in a while, they left one of those little railroad cars,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
remember? They-
Yes, yeah.
Get on, in
Yeah.
the middle of the night, you could hear that thing going back and forth up and down the
You
railroad.
get one on each side and pump the thing and go back and forth?
Yeah, I did that one time too, remember that?
I think you probably did.
There's some great things down there.
Go down and get a pickle at Lynch's,
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely, yeah.
cottage cheese, and cut off
And
your
the
cheese.
cheese down there now, the darker it got, the better they wanted it. It was almost black it would be, they'd be cutting pieces off. Remember that?
Lynch's owned that store.
Lindsay did, yeah.
Yeah, and Pat Lynch, the granddaughter, and I, why would she do such a thing? I don't, she stole a watermelon from her grandfather's store. We went up underneath the county barns there and sat there and ate the watermelon.
Oh, it Lynch's?
We used to get out of that store all the time and sit there and talk, listen, have cupcakes and.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Then it burned. The new store never was the same.
Oh, it's never the same, no.
I got pictures of that when it burned too.
Yeah,
Right.
something blew up, didn't it, or something?
Yeah, they think so. We still all thought it was some mouse seat or that. He tasted that across the lawn that morning. He stopped it, he got it.
You talk about being one happy family, and somebody wrote into Amy a while ago, and it was a woman complaining because she had some neighbors that moved in, and their kids were all over her yard. And I thought, oh my gosh,
Oh, my God.
we live between two elderly people, and I'm telling you, my kids were all over their yards, and we were always apologizing, and they said, oh, we love to see, so it just shows the difference in the,
People are strange. You see what
The way things
that
are.
girl in to have
Yeah.
someone,
yeah.
someone.
Yeah. I mean, nobody, I mean, your property was,
Everybody's
it
brought
was all public. Yeah, the whole
And if you
street, yeah.
didn't behave, they disciplined you.
Oh, then my head was not going,
Yeah, yeah.
lilac switches still hurt.
There was discipline when they found out.
But he snapped it like that, he'd go together like that, he put it back and snap. Well, that was more than enough. to stop what he was doing. It was a great time back then.
Do you know about how many people lived there when you lived there, in the community?
Oh, wow. I
Well, a
wouldn't
lot of them are
think
gone
more
now.
than-
The Kyle farm's gone.
If you started from, Tufts up to what would,
Red Bridge?
well, the Barneses would be the ones. I wouldn't think there'd be more than a couple hundred.
No, I don't know.
No.
Didn't know.
It was a relatively small community,
Yeah,
but we
it
were
was.
very close.
And nobody paid attention. You walked across the lawn. Nobody said
Oh, no.
anything.
Rudy Barnes did.
Louis Barnes, yeah.
Rudy
They took,
Barnes.
they, took her, they took care of her on Halloween night though.
We'd take a spool, and make notches in it,
Put it in the pool.
wrap it around a white strap around it, hold it with a pencil and pull on it.
Oh, that was
Put the
window.
horrible noise on the window. Then run as fast as you could.
I'll tell you the change. I can remember one time, I was 13 years old. I drove a hay truck from Grandpa's farm down to your farm. There was no cops back then.
Oh, no, no.
Sheriff
And
didn't
loose hay,
Pardon?
loose hay was.
Loose hay, yeah. And everybody's in the service, they needed help, so nobody complained.
Couldn't have that kind of fun.
Saturday night, we'd stand there inside the mill, waiting to see what Art was gonna do when he
Oh, yeah.
lifted that big, case open,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he'd hand out,
Yeah.
so much to each one of us.
He had a square place where he put grain to grind it,
Yeah, yeah.
and he'd take our feet and hold us over top of that.
He used to tie me up in a food bag. That's great, because he tied something.
And you could hear that grinding going down there.
You did a lot of gardening those days, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh, we did.
or up in the gluten bin.
Yeah, gluten bin, yeah.
Yeah. Keep
My
it,
my daughter is gluten,
Gluten free.
she said, we used to take gluten out of my mouth. She went whole thing.
I have it too, it's called celiac.
Did you?
Mhm.
No gluten.
You can't gluten either? I'll think
Okay,
it's changed.
any more stories?
Oh,
Any
Keep
questions?
going, you want to.
I'm sorry, I held you up.
All right, well, thank you, Dick.